Hi, this is Dr. Jayashree Om and you're watching me on my YouTube channel. Kindly subscribe the channel for good Vastu content. Today let us discuss fourth book. So this is Vastu Remedies and we have just launched, I think, the 6th edition. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th, yes. So the 6th edition is in the market. Not much changes, just in case you want to go in with the 6th edition. And the chapters are very humongous. Too many chapters in this. I wanted to bifurcate every little thing which I could possibly, but the scriptures are humongous, magnificent, enormous, and not possible for me to articulate even a small verse given in the scriptures because I am just a nobody. Whatever content that is there in this book, is all from the scripture. So let us just understand the table of content. Aim. What is the aim of Vastu Shastra? Why was it written? Very simple. Vishwakarma ji says in chapter 1 verse 5, for the benefit of the world. So the verse goes this way: Vastu Shastram Pravakshyami Lokanam Hitakamyaya. So see, gods, they don't have any particular self-motive behind doing anything. They do everything for the benefit of mankind. That is the greatness of the Devtas. That is why they are Devtas. And Vishwakarma ji has built all the palaces of Devtas. Even in Devtas, we have levels like the higher Devta and then the Devtas which are mentioned in the Rig Veda, and there are a lot of Devtas which has not been mentioned in the Rig Vedas. And we are human beings. That way there are Devtas, there are Pisach, the demons, I can say. So let us first go to the aim. What is the aim? Aim is to have homes which are aligned with the nature. Not even homes, I would say architecture. Vastu means vas karna. So wherever you are, like suppose I'm sitting on this chair, so I ensure that I don't have mosquitoes around me, or I don't have too much light, or I have proper ventilation, sunlight, and there is enough space for me to move around. So that is Vastu. Suppose you're sitting anywhere in the metro. So you will ensure that you're not sitting on somebody, or you're not hitting on somebody, or that is also Vastu of that particular moment. So in Vastu you have to be very, very mindful. Like wherever you're going, wherever you're stepping. Suppose you're going in the mountains, so you have to be very careful of the Vastu of the mountains, that you don't tumble upon any a stone and you don't have a fall, or every little thing that you need to be careful of. You have enough water. Suppose you are going on a trek, so you have a trek of Vastu. So Vastu is basically nothing but living, a basic, to be precise, Vastu means living, like how we live. So Vastu is not only for humans. Vastu we have for animals, we have for domestic animals, zoo, how we take care of the wild animals. And the best part is Mother Nature herself has provided Vastu to the animals living in the jungle. So that is also Vastu. The jungle is the Vastu for the animals. And that is how the life cycle goes. So we don't have to get scared of Vastu. That is what I'm trying to mean here. Just try to understand the scriptures and read them often, so they'll become friendly with you. See, how does anybody become friendly with you? You talk to them once, they're like okay, then 2-3 times they become your acquaintances, and 5-7 times they become your friend, and then your vibe matches, your vibration matches, and then one fine day they become your best friend, and then you start sharing your secrets to them. You can find in them that this happened, that happened, your life problems. So same thing we can do with our books, we can do with our scriptures, and that is what I have done. I have read these scriptures n number of times because I just wanted to understand what is Vastu. because after losing the factory, it wasn't easy for me to get on my life. We had spent 10 good years of our initial years making up or learning how to set up this entire factory, and one shot it was all gone, and we didn't even have the strength to build it again. So we kind of left and put a full stop there, and we moved on with other things, and that is when Vastu came in my life. And I didn't want to believe in any other Vastu consultants after what happened with my factory. So I said, okay, why ask anybody? Why ask Google? Because that was also, so deceiving. The scriptures came in my life. I read them, one verse, hundreds of times. And that is when, it just happened to me that I started to decode the verses very easily. And this book happened after 7 years of my putting in efforts. And you must have seen that in part 1. So here, aim is, like I said, for the benefit of the world. Vastu Shastras were written, and very simple example, like see what happens when seasons change. We change our clothing. Winters we wear winter clothes, summer we wear summer clothes. Similarly, even for Vastu, if we align ourselves with nature, because clothing we are aligning with nature, and that is how we are able to sustain ourselves. So similarly, even with Vastu, if we align with nature, it is very easy for us to live a very comfortable life. And that is what is meant by Heyam Dukkham Anagatam, that when we are very mindful of our doings, Vastu just happens. So let's go forward. So we know the aim of Vastu. What have I written under aim? I must have written a lot of things. So let us just, I'll read the 5 points which I have written. Create a space that aligns with the cosmic energy. Create a loving, harmonious environment, of course, for all habitats. And starve off the disasters, extreme events. Of course, very beautiful example I am getting now. Kedarnath temple, it was built in such a way that 2013 we had this storm that hit the northern India, and Kedarnath just survived. The temple just survived. That is how Vastu is done. It should be done in such a way that we are free of these extreme events, that we should not build home with cheap stuff, like how these bridges keep falling off and the roads get n number of pits everywhere. So that's not right. The government is not doing the right Vastu. So we have to avoid that. Ensure success, happiness, of course, everything is done for our growth, spiritual growth, emotional growth, all types of growth. And we have to create a space that stands test of time, of course. It should be so useful that after 100 years also our children should not say, we don't want to stay in this house, sab khatam ho gaya hamara. So that's the aim of Vastu.